glorious 888 Lionsgate portal to every god and goddess on this beautiful planet. Welcome back to the Eye of Womb podcast. My name is Goddess Bliss, and I have a direct channeling from Sekhmet. Okay, Goddess Sekhmet and Basset has been coming through. Sekhmet always comes through around Lionsgate portal, but it's different this time. This Lionsgate portal, this voyage, I like to call it a voyage because it's not only 888. It's been a long, daunting, emotional roller coaster of reflection, release to receive. Okay. And it's so, this specific message really has to do with the heart chakra opening. There was a huge heart chakra opening for the last, I would say, honestly, for the last year, slowly, right? But the momentum picked up around 3 weeks ago, and this is not just collectively, this is through soul and spirit, but this is also through frequency of the Divine Mother, Earth, Gaia, Tiamat, okay? And when we talk about the chakras, this is important. They want me to talk about the chakras, they as in Sekhmet and Basset. When we speak of the chakras, right, the heart chakra is like the arc of your higher chakras and your lower chakras. It is the connection. Your lower chakras are connected to your humanity, right? Your earth body, your vessel. All right, so that's root chakra, that's sacral, and that's solar plexus, right? And then you have the heart chakra, which is, like I explained before, it is the arc, it is the connection. And then you have your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown, which there are plenty more chakras, 33 to be exact, but we won't go there for now. We'll get there eventually, but we won't go there for now. This heart chakra opening, right, this arc, was so important to the frequency that was casted on this planet and within the cosmos before we can even fathom, like a time before we can even fathom, okay, a time before time. This heart chakra opening has to do with not only releasing what has hurt us in this lifetime, but what has been embedded into the cellular memory, the blood memory. It's not only blood, but it's cellular. Okay, I'm speaking of frequency. And so a lot of us could have felt like I've healed from this thing that has hurt me, that I've released this, and why is this coming up again? And it was coming up not only for you, this was ancestral, this was cosmic pain. This was a collective cosmic pain. I'm speaking of Lyran, I'm speaking of Pleiadian, I'm speaking of Andromedan, I'm speaking of Draconian, I'm speaking of Reptilian, I'm speaking of so many. I'm speaking of the cosmic pain, a cosmic. I don't know, I'm hearing crater, okay? Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Maybe you guys can put two and two together. But it was something that collectively on this frequency for us to get to our higher chakras. For those who I'm speaking to, if you're listening, you're already connected to your higher chakras individually, right? Collectively, yes, but I'm speaking of the connection between us collectively as human gods and goddesses, okay? The complexity of that. And our connection with the earth, Tiamat, okay? Gaia. This is us connecting in a way, shedding. It was like we were shedding for her as well. Okay? We were shedding for Tiamat. We were shedding for our Lyran and our Andromedan and our Pleiadian. There's so many. A Draconian. Okay? Our Syrian. Okay? Pain was being shed. And so it's not so much that it was the same situations coming up. Once an energy is birthed into this frequency, into this earth, right? Energy does not die, it only transforms, it only transmutes. And if it's not alchemized, right, it can't technically transmute into anything. It's just repeating a cycle. And so this collectively, with this heart chakra opening, it was I'm hearing the pat on the back. I don't know. The pat on the back, right? It was kind of like the stepping stone, the milestone of a collective, like all in unison, shedding, releasing of this cosmic pain, this cosmic hurt. And what's so beautiful about that is that not only are we collectively ascending, we're ascending with Mother Gaia, we're ascending with Tiamat, right? It's like they were waiting, the cosmos was waiting, okay? Those on the right side of the Galactic Federation, the Galactic Federation has been coming up a lot, okay? Alright? But those on the balanced side of the cosmos, take that as you will, was waiting for this. And so this heart chakra activation, it's not just a portal. Everyone's like, this is a big portal. This is a huge portal. This portal means everything. This is what this portal means. And this was a voyage. This was a voyage. Moana is coming up, the Voyagers, right? Because our ancestors got lost during their voyages. They were lost in the pain. They were lost in the suffering. Some of them were taken hold by it. They consumed it and they became it. And here you are, this beacon of light, this beacon of hope, this beacon of forever. I'm seeing the greenery, green grass. Moana is significant. The heart of Tafiti, Ashe. Whoa. Whoa. We went from segment last set, and their channel, they're giving me Moana. But the heart of Tafiti, she is returned. Ashe. And this was a collective effort, together and separate, but all in unison. and so how it will be reflected upon the earth. I also want to say this because this is coming out as well. Tiamat has been coming out heavy as well for me these last few days, and she wants me to touch upon Moana and Tafiti. Tiamat, the story of Tafiti is a reflection of Tiamat. In essence. And so it's like I'm hearing greener pastures. We're continuing to do the work. And because we are continuing to do the work, even with the heart returned to, which the heart returning to Tafiti is reflective of the heart chakra opening of Tiamat, of us. Tiamat is earth, Tiamat is Mother Gaia. And so with that, us continuing to do the work, us continuing to show up and connect with each other, that creates greener pastures for everyone else that comes after us. This is a marathon, not a race. And as a divine mother, you know, a primordial divine mother, shit, give me my credit when it's due, you heard? But as a primordial divine mother, and I'm speaking to both divine mothers and divine fathers out here, divine masculines, divine feminines, okay? All of this work is for what comes next. All of this work is for what comes next, and we will be blessed in our lifetime for our efforts and our contribution and our visions. We might live to see them pass, and some of them are so far ahead that we just know that we need to be in our stations, we need to be in our formation so that it comes to pass. But this is for the work that we're doing in connection to your chakra system, by opening the heart, by opening the heart chakra collectively, by returning the heart, the love, the divine love back into seeding that frequency. That's what that is. We seeded that frequency back into the earth, Mother Gaia, Tiamat. If you do not know who Tiamat is, research, meditate, ground yourself, get into nature. She will reveal herself to you. It is a cosmic truth that we are here to reveal, that we are here to uplift, that we are here to expand, to transmute. And so by opening the heart, by seeding that divine love back into Mother Gaia, into Tiamat, into the earth, we have opened a portal to the throat chakra, communication amongst each other, a frequency. I'm speaking of telepathy. I'm speaking of moving past differences in religion, sex, class, race. Moving past those and connecting. The throat chakra is a certain type of, it's connection and it's frequency. It's sound. It's sound. That means everything to this planet, and it does mean everything to the cosmos. You have awakened to the fact that you are a god, that you are a goddess, that your power is being used, you're being used. You have been anointed with this gift, you have been anointed with this power, you have been anointed with this light. And collectively, you must put it back in. You must return it back to the earth, return it back to the cosmos in divine balance, cosmic harmony, truth, reciprocity, and through that connection through our throat chakra, we move into the third eye chakra, your ajna. I feel it so strong. Seeing through dimensions. Seeing through not only the 3D, we're not in the 3D anymore. Not us. Not if you're listening, not us. We're in the 5D, we're in the 6D, shit. Some of it 10, 9. We up there. Double D's for real, for real. Throw some D's on that bitch. Excuse my language, but I mean. Understand that we'll be connecting to different planets. Some of you are already connecting to different planets and different species. That's that sound frequency. Understand the bridge of the heart chakra, because that communication, that sound, that prayer, that manifestation, that hum, that hymn, even through your intention of the heart, whatever comes out your mouth is a vibration. The way you say yes is a vibration. The way you say no is a vibration. The way we speak is a vibration. This is reclaiming power. Our children's will know that this struggle existed. But they will not see it if we continue, and we will continue. This is why the heart is opening. Because the seed is embedded. It has no choice but to grow now. Ashe. Tiamat has taken over. Like, I feel like they're all here. Sekhmet's here. Baset's here. Tiamat is definitely here. But they want to understand. They want you to know how this is working. How they're working together. Because they all work together. People get lost on the gods and goddesses and their stories, their humanity, but it's what makes them godly. Tiamat is saying that you are gods and goddesses. You know this already, but it's like Just like, remember, you are gods and goddesses. Don't take shame in that. That's conditioning, that shame. How dare I compare myself to my father, to my mother, to the divine father, to the divine mother. But if we are from them, from their cosmic loins, from the cosmic womb, and that's where we were birthed, that's who we are. Ashe. I can't even touch upon the crown chakra right now. It's like it's like the idea of angels that can directly talk to the Most High. It's like you can directly talk to Source, Divine Mother and Father, Cosmos, the void, and it's not like it's a communication where it's like we know what we're supposed to be doing. There won't be any forgetfulness, Ashe. That's what's coming there. That's what's trying to come out. That's what that is. There won't be any forgetfulness. Children will be born through divine portals, and they will be nurtured by divine feminine women, feminine men, feminine men and men, feminine women and women. We all have a story, we all have a purpose. And the children will be nurtured in that divine, unconditional love. They won't have to go through what we had to go through. So they will be coming out knowing that they are gods, because they will be fucking unstoppable. They will fly. They will teleport. They will speak to each other without moving their mouths. They will know. They will have different gifts. They will have the things that we see in comic books. And we cannot fear that the same things will happen again, because we have seeded something different within the earth. Ashe. This is Source now. Source wants you to know exactly what you did, what we did collectively. Something new has been seeded, something pure has been seeded into the earth again. This is a higher message, because we're being challenged with what we used to be and what we are, who we know we are. We're being challenged with ourself. It is literally us as our opponent, and it's like the final fucking standoff. It's the final battle. And all we're being asked to do, the strategy that we need, the method, the samurai sword, the right hook, the left jab, the high kick that we need, the antidote that we need. Is to just be. And it is that simple. Don't look for anything profound. be the God and goddess that you are. And when you embody that, it's not about pretending until you are. It's knowing what you deserve as a God. It's knowing what you deserve as a goddess. It's knowing your station and knowing that nothing and no one can get in the way of your mission. It is devotion. It is passion. It is desire. It is that necessary neediness. It is that void. That you know you have to fill. That mission you know you have to complete. I'm being told to tell you that completion might not look like how you envisioned it to look. Surrender. Some of us still feel like we need to. I just got a message. I don't know if you heard it, so I hope you did. I hope you did. You heard that confirmation. But some of us feel like we haven't completed a mission, and we have already. And so you have to surrender to how you think it's supposed to look at the end. How completion is supposed to look. You have to surrender that. Because if you know who you are, then you are on multiple missions. And so if you're still holding on thinking that you haven't completed a mission and you have, the Most High is very proud. You'll know, you'll feel it. You'll know, you'll feel it. Don't doubt that feeling. Some of you have completed a mission and you are being asked, you are being transitioned. Your energy, your frequency needs to be transmuted or replaced. It's like sampling. Some of you like music. It's like sampling music, right? You mix a little oldies with some new flow and you make something new. You make something different, something innovative. That's you are innovative. For people who I'm speaking to, collective, you're innovative. No matter what room you're in, no matter what tools you have, you will know what to do with them. You will figure out something, and it doesn't look like one thing. There's no instructions. The tools that you were given is it's your process. It's what you do with the tools. It's how you process, how you can utilize the tools. It has nothing to really do with anything looking perfect. Ashe, I hope that was received well. This is segment is back again because I feel like it's time to close out. You're giving me the signals and segments. I want you to know that she transformed. She evolved into Basset. Sekhmet and Basset are the same. Basset is what Sekhmet becomes after she realizes what she has done. And it's not so much that she has done something wrong, because she did exactly what she was told to do. She was born to do that. She was created to do this thing. And it caused chaos. People got hurt. in the field. You got hurt in the field. Unknowingly. Unknowingly that you were hurting others and yourself for clarity. And once she had realized that in between that voyage, that portal, that death and rebirth process of her becoming a goddess who protects the woman, the portal, protects the children, the future, and protects the home, the sanctuary, the temple, the empire, the kingdom. That voyage was not easy. She's been there. And it killed her more times than she feels like sometimes she was reborn. Because that rebirth is an evolution. Segment is saying that the voyage of this time is complete. And so this heart chakra opening, this 888 portal, the seeding of this divine unconditional love into this earth again requires you to accept your new form, to embrace, to embody your godliness in its entirety. That is in your relationships. That is in love. That is in business, your relationships. That is in community, your relationships, your love. That is within your family. That is all family. Your relationships, your love. That is in your parenting, your relationships, your love. Everything. Your partner, your counterpart, your soulmate. That is your relationships. That is your love. A lot of us do not want to hear that. That's why it came out like that. It came out last. It was like I was kind of... A lot of us don't want to hear that. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You have to embody it. And that means you're not rejecting. You're not self-sabotaging. You're not doubting. You're not fearful. Fear is a real thing, right? But you can do it scared, and there's the difference. And I had to learn, and I'm just reminding all of us. Fear and being scared is two different things. And we have to alchemize that anxiety into motivation somehow. Into affirmations, into positive thoughts, positive say. There's a taking over of Basset. And as I said, Basset, there's a foundation being set. Ashe. The heart has been returned. It has been seated within the we're building from the ground up in so many ways. In so many ways. In our homes, with our children, in our relationships with each other and ourselves, Ashe. And in the community, in the earth, in the frequency. Whew. Thank you so much if you listen to the entire thing. But this is definitely, this is a message for all of us. And happy Lionsgate. May it be glorious. Love you.